Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jerry and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga, and check us out on all of our platforms. Lots of topics, 17, so let's get going. The lead story, this is amazing. U.S. Post Office ballot delivery witnesses. You ready for this? I want to read something to you. The Amistad Project said they have sworn declarations that state over 300,000 ballots are at issue in Arizona, 548,000 in Michigan, 204,000 in Georgia, and 121,000 in Arizona. Jesse Morgan, this is his testimony. I saw 24 gaylords or large cardboard containers of ballots loaded into my trailers. These gaylords contain plastic trays, I call them totes or trays of ballots, stacked on top of each other. All the envelopes were the same size. I saw the envelopes had return addresses. They were complete ballots. He sat in Harrisburg for hours, that's Pennsylvania, and when he was told to leave, the supervisor at the post office would not give him a slip or an overtime slip. Bottom line is, this is unbelievable. The Gateway pundit later discovered Attorney General Bill Barr called up the investigator, Tony Schaefer, and killed the investigation. A corrupt Justice Department. It's unbelievable. Okay, this informant that James Comer's getting the form from, according to a Florida congressman, Representative Luna, that there is a real threat that this informant could be killed. Now, if you're the Bidens, and you're the Clintons, and you're the Obamas, having somebody whacked is not outside the realm of possibilities, is it? Especially what's at stake. Are you kidding me? You can't make this up. New York City Mayor Adams wants every New Yorker to open up their homes and take in these migrants. Can you imagine? You know, what a hell of a thing to ask your citizens to do against their will. Crazy. Joe Biden continues to take no questions. Yesterday, he just smirked, would take no questions from the press. And by the way, there was a report from the New York Times that says that everybody on the Biden team leaves him alone on weekends. Man, when you're the president of the United States, you're the president of the United States 24/7, 365. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Gascon out in San Francisco, somebody was charged with murder. They let him go. And guess what? They kill again. How is this Gascon should be ran out of office with scorn? Nope, media protects him. Elon Musk said the shareholder lawsuits are going to be coming against Target. I wonder if he's going to be leading them. By the way, I'm going to do a special video, if I have time, remind me, Sabrina, about shareholder lawsuits. I'll explain them. Joe and Jim Biden were out on the golf course, right out of a scene of Sopranos. Where can we go and talk in private? You don't think Joe and Jim are out there golfing, talking about all the things that are going on? Unbelievable. Tim Scott went on The View. Apparently, Joy Behar was not on The View. When the crowd started booing and hissing, you had no one else other than Goldberg say, Whoopi Goldberg, calm down. We allow diverse opinion here. Really? Good for Tim Scott for going on. RFK Jr. says, I ain't taking your guns. Isn't that amazing? A liberal Democrat who says the Second Amendment's in stone. Speaking of corruption, James Comer announced they are going to hold Christopher Wray in contempt. This is a credible informant, been working for the FBI for 10 years, and they have seen the FD 1023 form, and it looks like to me, based on the form that they've seen, they're not going to hold back. On Instagram, you can't make this up. They blocked RFK Jr. for a brief period of time. Said it was an accident. You know, it's always a mistake. It just so happens they make a mistake with Bobby Kennedy Jr. Really? Pride parents have had enough. Or pride events at schools, California parents have had enough. California parents are protesting. What in goodness creation? Why would you have pride events inside schools? Nuts. I got to make fun of Taylor Swift's love life. She was with somebody about 6 months ago. Now, Matt Healy, her latest, they've broken up. He was captured kissing a male security guard. Folks, have you ever, I just want to tell you something. If you think your life is bad, think about Taylor Swift. all that money, all that fame. She is so bad. I mean, I'm talking about bad. Her personality, the way her lifestyle is, and everything else. She can't hook a man. She can't keep a man. Taylor Swift, now think about that. Taylor Swift has gone through boyfriend, fiance. You think it's them or you think it's Taylor Swift? It's obviously Taylor Swift. All that money, all that fame can't find love. There's a lesson there. Trump classified documents. They're saying they're going to indict him. I did a Facebook Live about it. It's the most absurd thing. Joe Biden's documents are all over his Delaware home, unsecured. Nothing's going to happen to him. It's unbelievable. Cornel West, the head of the Democratic Socialist Party, in other words, the Nazi party here. When you say Democratic Socialist, don't you think Nazis? He's going to run as a third-party candidate for president. Of course, he won't win. And also in presidential politics, Mike Pence announced yesterday he's running. Big deal. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Coming up next in Eric Deters' Local News, yours truly. Gentlemen, American Jury Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters' Local News. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga, and check us out on all the platforms. Got a great line of stories here, but one you're probably not going to hear covered by the local news media. So I love stories like this, and this was given to me by a member of Bulldog Nation, and I'm grateful that they sent it to me, and it's going to be our lead story, and we're going to carve it out as a separate video. Now, you can't make this up. This is on the agenda for Boone County schools. So in other words, this is something that Boone County has placed on their agenda to vote on. I'm trying to find it here. So it's coming up at a Boone County school board meeting. And this is what it is. Contract between CI Solutions and Boone County Transportation Department for Zonar Z Pass. For the board to approve the contract between CI Solutions and Boone County Transportation Department. Now you say, well, what is this? What's Zonar Z Pass? And by the way, in this new woke government-controlled world, this is going to be a long story, woke world, you're going to have more and more businesses trying to make money catering to this stuff. So here's what happens. Implementation of Zonar program, which was approved in June 2022 and began with GPS systems, in my view, paradigm. Each student is issued a student ID card. The card is used to scan onto and off the bus. Student barcodes can also be added to use card for lunch account, library, media material, signing into school. Subsequent years and additional printing will take place at school level. I got to ask you a question. This is the danger of this. This is the beginning, folks. They tried to parlay this into, well, this is just going to be used for these limited purposes, which are bad enough. But you know where it's going. RFID chips for every student. Never discussed with the parents. Never. And by the way, these cards will be going home with the kids. They're going to be with them everywhere. So how do you not, now they're saying, well, it gets read by a screener. How does the RFID chip work? The student IDs use passive RFID, which means it does not emit any type of signal unless it comes in close proximity. You believe that? You believe that? They'll be able to track kids everywhere. You watch. That's what they're headed for. It's truly, truly amazing. In Boone County schools, this is being voted on. This contract. CI Solutions. Can you imagine how much money CI Solutions makes? And you dig deep. I like to know what some of the connections are. There's more to it, but that's the gist of it. And I don't like getting bogged down in too much. What I want to do is I want to alert Boone Countyans and counties across the country, in the region, the state, Kentucky, Cincinnati. If it's going in Boone County, what other counties are starting to do this stuff? It's scary. At least it is to me. Maybe some people don't care, but I want to make you aware of it. Raise hell if you're against it out there in Boone County. All right, next long crime. Taylor High School vandalism got pretty bad, and there's going to be some charges. You know what? There's a difference between a prank and vandalism, right? Toilet paper, for example, can be removed. Abby Michaels, she's facing her trial. She drove the wrong way on purpose and took the lives of a couple people. Her trial starts. We'll see what happens. And in local news, Councilman Seth Walsh, Cincinnati Council, they paid $30,000 settlement for a whistleblower. It had nothing to do with sex, apparently. It had to do with some political campaign work. But guess who pays it? The Cincinnati tax dollar. Olivia Kroleksa, a UC student, claims that she got a failing grade on a paper because she spoke of biological genders and a biological woman. Crazy stuff. Mason approved $15 million to try to keep Western and Southern. Folks, this is what I'm talking to you about corporate welfare. I don't know about you, but I don't like it. I don't like it. This is corporate welfare. I guarantee you the same people who serve on Mason City Council would be up in arms at helping out somebody who was impoverished. They'd call that welfare. But $15 million to try to keep Western Southern, we'll see about that. Joe Burrow's inaugural golf fundraiser was a big hit. You know, Joe Burrow can fund it all himself, but he had some celebrities, and we all like Joe Burrow, so congratulations on a successful inaugural event. And then, just like clockwork, what did I tell you? All these shootings, there was a story in the Inquirer yesterday. Community leaders want to discuss the gun violence. It's so predictable. Steve Rawlings has been appointed to a committee relative to making sure the lottery funds are used properly. He's the Boone County rep. And in Kentucky news, Breonna Taylor politics. Tamika Palmer was at a press conference yesterday. They're going to harass the hell out of Daniel Cameron over the Breonna Taylor issue over and over and over again. By the way, I got a reporter friend of mine from a different region of Kentucky that says they got all kinds of facts and information of what really went down on this. I need to contact him and see if he's got some info. Wallet Hub, don't know anything about it, but they say Kentucky's the 7th worst economy. Bashir gets reelected on that? I don't know. Then we have this opiate committee. This opiate committee is bizarre and weird. And we're going to spend $42 million to see if this other drug, psychedelic, I guarantee you it's all about somebody making money. Political donations and people making money. And Kentucky officials say they won't start paying out the $21 million in economic incentives to a proposed electric factory battery facility until they explain their connection to China. We'll see how that goes. And in Ohio, there's going to be an August vote where it would take 60%, not 50% plus one, of Ohio voters to change and make a constitutional amendment. That's all about the abortion issue. And in sports, UK baseball beat Indiana. Sorry, you Hoosiers. 4-2 to make it to the Super Regional. And the Reds beat the Milwaukee Brewers. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Coming up next, Jamie Spinley in his World News.
Hello, Bulldog Nation. I would like to wish my son James a very happy birthday. Enjoy Italy, son. Be safe. Today's headlines: evacuations are underway in the region Kherson, Ukraine. It is believed that Russian forces have blown up the major dam. Some 80 towns and villages could be affected by flooding. The Dominican Republic of Congo's government has said 10 of its citizens died after their university campus was bombed in airstrikes in the Sudan's capital, Khartoum, last night. The heavy fighting still continues. 42 people have died after heavy rains and flooding hit Haiti. 11 people are missing and 13,000 homes were damaged. Canada is bracing for what forecasters say may be the country's worst wildfire season on record. There have already been 2,214 fires this year, which burned an area the size of Belgium. And in sports, Djokovic reaches the semi-final of the French Open. Until tomorrow, have a fantastic day. And as always, thank you for watching Bulldog TV World News.